Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And I'm Heather.
And you're sitting at the Couples Table.
The Couples Table is a live stream podcast here on this channel. Join us for better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
Whenever we shall stream.
Yes. I can't believe we remember that. We did not practice
It's muscle
that.
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's the audio level? Because we have two different microphones.
Yeah.
And we cannot
hopefully
hear.
they are. Yeah, we will have
should
to
we,
see.
Here, do you want, should we
I just don't know if they're even. We should be getting a signal from each of them, but I don't know if they're like the levels
Everyone
are even.
can tell us
I've got the little
what the situation
thingy
is.
happening over there. Seems fine. Maybe not.
Oh, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone will
it's
let us
good.
know. For as long as you can hear us for now, that's the best part. And then
Yeah.
we can fine tune.
Hello. Hello. This is crazy.
Hi.
We're back.
I know.
It's been a while. It's been a min. Been a min. Do you want to say hi to everyone? It's so good to see the crew.
Take it away.
Me.
Yeah. Stretch those sea legs. Come on.
Okay, let's start at the top. Sammy, hello. Conquerors Racing Club is here. Hello, hello. The Rio Pel Room in the house. Freddie always. What's up, people? The Spire Lab, good to see you. Leveled Up with Mike. The first couple of live stream back in action. Great to see you two together again. Hello, Tech Troublemaker. Josh Scott in the house. Hello, Homesick Mac. Woosh, so cool. Mucho love, my favorite couple. Drew is driving but listening. Drive safe. Richard, hello. Freddie always, I got a 19% battery, but I'm here. Spent the morning in the dentist chair and I've been looking forward to this all day as my reward.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
my
like
goodness.
super sweet. Well, I hope your dentist thing.
Yeah.
I have to get a crown next month and I'm very scared.
Roger is here. Wolf
Yay.
Rider, hello, hello. Michael H is in the house as well. Parker Jennings, hello everybody. Oh, it's so good to see
Richard.
all the familiar peeps.
I know.
Call me Cubby. Richard says audio's excellent.
Cool.
So that's good. Tech Audit TV. Literally just got home from 3 weeks of jury duty. 3 weeks. And I thought I watched catch up on this stream pops up. Very fitting. Awesome. Thank you. That was a fun video to make.
Yeah.
But
all
right. Well, it's so nice. I love our little crew here.
I know. Thank you for showing up whenever.
I know. It's
random
happening.
times that pop up.
Neil's saying hi from Portugal.
Nice.
Wow. Hello. Thanks for tuning in.
So how you been?
My back hurts. I pulled my back 3 weeks ago, and let me tell you, as someone who thankfully has never had back issues, I've never had back issues that you know of, right?
No, but now baby got back issues.
Wow. I don't have like the dun dun,
Yeah.
so it's just awkward. But here, sound effects. Anyway, I have an ice pack.
Oh, you do, huh?
Yeah.
Baby got pack.
Oh my gosh. I got a pack here. And I might have to stand up and stretch.
Yeah, because we're thinking it might be a pinched nerve, right? That's what
the chiropractor said. Let me tell you, I was trying some healing that I've never tried before. I know the chiropractor is like normal, but I've never been. That helped. I tried cupping, which was interesting and grosses Tom out, but it helped temporarily. Still hurt though. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks because you use your back all the time
for everything. Yeah.
Like even sitting just hurts. But anyway, that's what's been up with me.
But despite your back, you're back.
Yes. But you have some very exciting show and tell situation happening.
With my microphone?
Yes.
Yes. So I am on the Shure SM7DB, which I just got yesterday. They announced it on Wednesday. I ordered it Wednesday. It got here yesterday. I used it. I've been using it a lot. And that's what we're on. It's running through the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, the 3rd gen. So normally this would not have enough gain to power the SM7B. I would always use a booster with it, but this mic has a booster built in, so it's just native. And I'm only at like 1230-ish on the gain dial, so only using about half the gain.
So when you told, first of all, I am not in the audio world, so I have no idea about microphones. But Tom told me, like, oh my gosh, there's this new microphone coming out. It's the legendary SM7B, but with this thing built in, which is like the number one complaint that everyone has, because you need like a booster with it or whatever. And I don't know why, but my impression was that this was gonna be the half C's version. Like the training wheels version of the SM7B, because if you were like legit, you'd get the V one. But I didn't realize this is more expensive.
Yeah, this is $100 more expensive.
Oh, because obviously you're paying for the thing
that's built in, which would normally be $100 extra. So you're not necessarily saving any money, but it is built in, which is nice. The thing is, though, and I need to do a lot of. There's no EQ or anything, so this is just the. Ben is getting so nervous right now. This is just the flat sound out of the box. But the thing is, and I maybe need to talk to Doc Rock more about this, because he was comparing them on his stream the other day, and the DB was like significantly quieter than the SM7B was on his, like in terms of noise floor. And I have had the opposite situation where the other one is actually quieter, like on the Rodecaster and stuff, which is confusing to me. So even though I'm using half the gain on this mic with the Rodecaster versus the other one, it's kind of the same. And I thought maybe I'm just doing something wrong, but I've actually had another audio review guy message me completely out of the blue and say, hey, are you finding the same thing? Because they just bought two of them. And what it kind of makes me wonder is if you're using an SM7B with any of the newer Rode stuff, Rodecaster Pro 2, a Duo, or whatever, it's kind of pointless to get this one. I think it might be, which Rode did say if you use a booster with those things, it will introduce noise into the signal. So maybe that's what's happening, because they have enough gain to run it without it. So you could just turn the booster off. You don't have to use it. But then why would you spend the extra $100 unless you just for safety, if you ever switch interfaces or something. But otherwise, I think I'm kind of thinking the original is just the way to go. But I don't know. I've only had it for a day.
Right. Everyone will figure it out.
Yeah, I love the way that it sounds. It's cool that Shure did this, and they made some of the like adjustments on the back easier, which is really nice. And you like the fact you can use an SM7B with any interface. So if you have a less powerful interface, you saved up all your money for a mic, and you want to spend as little as possible on an interface, then you'll be good to go with this one, where you wouldn't be with the other one. But if you're using some of the higher end stuff, like if you already have an SM7B that's working and sounding good, I don't think like you're just going to be like, oh,
just stick with what you got.
Yeah,
don't break it.
There's literally no benefit.
Or don't fix it if it's not.
And the other thing, which I'm liking more and more, is they changed the body is like more glossy and has a logo on it. It's not quite as bright as the MV7 logo, but it always it's like upside down. So depending on how you have the mic, the logo is going to be upside down half the time.
Oh.
And I'm kind of wondering, it almost looks like it might be some sort of decal. So I might be like, could I just... But I mean, it's a great mic, and you know, it hadn't been updated in 22 years or almost 50 years really. So, you know, it kind of made sense to make it more accessible to the like
Peeps.
Home production people, home studio people. Yeah.
Well, Sammy says it sounds amazing.
I mean, I really like how I've used it on multiple things. I'll be using it on a podcast tomorrow, this stream, some voiceover stuff. I've been using it as much as I can. And I did a members only Patreon channel supporter, like unboxing test comparison video yesterday too with it.
There you go. Homesick Mac. Heather, chiropractor screwed me up with my latest back injury. Then I went to classic physiotherapist, which is me as well. And she gave me some great exercises as well, some laser and acupuncture. She told me to try acupuncture as well. See, that's why I held off on the chiropractor, because I had heard mixed reviews, let's just say. But I've never, you know, what I'm realizing as we get older is like you're going to start to experience things that don't have like a direct solution. Right.
When you're a kid, you break your wrist.
You get a cast or whatever, right? Done. You have a cold, you take the medicine, whatever. Now it's like, Tom and I always joke around. You have to howl at the moon, spin around 3 times, touch your nose, and then you'll be fine. Yeah. Like, because it's like, it's that, who knows what's going to work. It's so different per person, so.
But your chiropractor, who I'm I'm the one that picked out, so that's why I'm like, defending this. Seems pretty great. Like,
yeah. No, I
seems-
definitely felt better after, but it's like been the same since.
right.
So I don't know. I just wish my back would just like stop.
I do too.
Like just go back to normal. But anyway, it took him 4 months, but he's back big
Ooh.
time.
Boy.
Honestly, I'm going on a month now.
Yeah.
Tech Troublemaker, it only took 30 years to address this with the Shure microphone.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, but as I will talk about in my video for it, it was never intended to be used by like people at home, you know? So
Right.
it was
Yeah,
always
there
like,
were no home.
yeah, in 2001 or 1981 or whatever, it's like, this is going to go in a studio
Right.
where they have a wall of
They
gear
have
that's more than
other
capable
stuff.
of
Yeah.
using it. And then it's when people started using it in less pro type setups and with more consumer gear that it's like, we want this great mic, but it's hard to get to sound great.
Conquest Racing Club from 10-day challenge to 1,000 subs. Just want to say a big thank you to Heather and Tom for helping me start this journey. Oh,
That's
yay.
awesome.
Congrats.
I remember Conquest Racing Club.
Yeah. I remember the 10-day tackle. Your 10-day tackle. That was fun. Figuring it out. Like, what am I recording? I kind of feel that way now because I'm feeling that itch to vlog. And it's the same thing. Like, how do I do this again? What am I recording? Is that worth recording? I tried to record in front of Starbucks yesterday and it was such a fail. Like, oh my God. So I set up the camera. I was like, I can do this. I'm 38. I've been doing this 6 years and made hundreds of videos. I shouldn't. Yeah. Like, why? I've done this. Okay. I have done this. I set up the camera on like a table outside of a restaurant that was closed. So I just put it on there.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, I don't care who walks by or whatever. Like, don't, you know, because usually I've only started like the past couple days, but because I'm still nervous, I've been like looking around, like who's around, who's gonna like watch this happen and whatever. This time I was like, okay, I'm just gonna set it down and push record and just go. Okay, so I set it down, I pushed record, and I started talking. This lady with a stroller pulls up behind me, and she's like, I'm sorry to like ruin your shot, like as I'm talking. And I'm like, oh yeah, no problem. And then I was, you know, because it's fine.
It's public, yeah.
Yeah. And I start talking and then I realize, oh, this is going to be a whole ordeal because her car is right behind me. She needs to load the baby into the car seat. And like, it's not a quick, I'm just walking by. It's like, this is a, you know, 10-minute thing. So it was, but like, that was my attempt. That's where I'm at.
You know, I was watching a video yesterday from a landscape photographer who has almost 600,000 subscribers, been doing it for 10 years, does 1 to 2 videos a week that whole time. And he was out to try to get a photo on like a mountain somewhere in Europe. And there were people like on the other mountain over there. And he was like, you know me, I can't film if there are people around. Like I can't. And he was like, he wasn't joking, but he was like, I have to wait till they were little dots like in the distance. He's like, I have to wait till they go away. I can't do it. It actually made me feel a lot better.
It's like it doesn't get easier. It does or doesn't. I don't know.
When you do it frequently, it does become less like stressful. And there's some of it's just personality too. Like, you know, some people are just more prone to feeling discomfort with that than others.
Yeah, it depends on the situation too. Like the lady with her baby, I'm like, I don't want to get the baby in the shot, you know. So like, I just like freeze. If it's a kid who's like, hi, you know.
Yeah.
I walked by. I was gonna save this, but I'll just tell you. I was recording. I had to go to the library today, and a like field trip from a middle school was there to tour this library because it's at a college campus, and you know they might eventually go there for school. And I was just vlogging. I was like, you know what, just go with it. And I was coming down the stairs, coming around the corner, and I could hear just a bunch of kids about to turn the corner, and I was like, I'm just gonna hold it and point at me and just keep going. I had my sunglasses still on, so it's just like just smile and walk. And then the kids, like, there's like a whole line of them.
What a nightmare.
And then one of them's just like, oh my God. Oh my, it's a vlogger. Oh my God, she's vlogging. Oh my God, it's a YouTuber. And I'm just like, this is the best.
Is that on like
it's on video.
tape? On video?
It's on tape, Tom. But that made me feel so like, see if it's like that.
That's cool.
That's fun.
I do remember a couple years ago, it was one of like the trips I was on. It was a Skills USA trip like years ago, but I was during like a downtime thing. I was filming a thing in a parking lot at like a convention center, and I had just a tripod in my camera, and I was talking. And for some reason, having the big tripod made me a little more confident because it felt less I was vlogging. That's weird.
Yeah.
But I was doing that. I was talking, and this car was driving by behind it, and someone just leaned out the window, and he was like, "Single person production crew, I know the struggle." And I was like, okay. I liked that.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was
that
funny.
Is cute.
I think of that all the time.
But you know what? Ever since I have started vlogging, again, it's been all of one vlog. But I've attempted at like multiple locations.
Yeah, a number of days, one completed thing.
At least 3 people have said the word vlog to me, which is very interesting because that was not the case before.
That actually happened at the ice rink this morning. I set up my camera at the end just to check form, and then someone other person there was like, "Is this a vlog?" And I was like, "No."
Does everyone know what this is now? So we all know what it is, right? Like, and it's not weird. Like you know, I could just do my thing.
Yeah, it was an exciting thing.
I think it's cool if people know what it is, because then I don't have to, it's not awkward to explain. Like, oh, she's just vlogging.
Yeah,
cool.
No, I'm just filming myself, and then I will put it on the internet. You know.
As you do.
As you do.
Anyway, okay, let's see.
Mike said, help talk him off the ledge and remain comfortable keeping the original SM7B with the Duo. Yeah. Amount to empty. Yeah, no. Go. The RE27 will be a way like more noticeable change than the 7DB, especially with the Duo. Yeah, you would almost notice no difference other than a smaller bank account.
The frustrating part, Heather, is once you tweak your back, the little things can aggravate it, like picking up soda bills off the floor and stuff. Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Yeah, that's like sucks. Compounds.
It's not fun.
Giganoid says, I ordered the new Shure today. Congrats. I love your videos. Started watching during my brain hemorrhage recovery.
My gosh.
Wow. I hope the videos didn't cause that.
Your video certainly helped me a lot. Thank you.
I hope you're doing, I'm guessing if you're ordering a Shure microphone now and excited about that, things have moved in a significantly more positive direction, which is awesome. I always think about stuff like that. Like, even if I'm getting upset about something like, oh, YouTube did this thing or whatever, I'm like, wow, it's so cool to be able to just focus on this. Like, this is what because there's so many other things where you're just like, that would, you would kill to have a problem with the post office or something. Like, a day-to-day.
This is what my vlog is.
This new microphone isn't that different from the old microphone. Oh.
Is there any EQ set on the SM7? Why did they call it the same thing? Basically?
Because it's the SM7. So I can tell you this. The original microphone in 1973 was the SM7. Then in 1999, they updated it a little bit. It was the SM7A. And then in 2001, they fixed it a little bit more, SM7B. So people thought this would be the SM7C. And instead they put DB because it has the, I'm guessing because it has a booster to boost the decibels. You can choose your decibels of boost. I'm guessing that's why. But no, there's no EQ. But when I've been using it with my Rodecaster, I've been using either Rode's SM7B preset or a custom one that I put together. And I really like the way that both of them sound on that a lot. So there we go.
There you go. Freddie says, I don't know how people vlog in crowds. The way I do it is talking head and maybe some B-roll. And if I'm vlogging, I'm with friends.
Yeah, just talking head here and then B-roll in crowds is fine. If I don't have to point the camera at me and do stuff, I'm way more comfortable with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Because it's I don't know how I do it either, but I'm always happy when I do.
Yeah. I mean, there have been times it pushed through, and it depends, like you said, on the circumstance.
It depends on so many
But
things,
it made me feel good yesterday to watch a, massively successful, huge channel
also have the same,
in a situation where I wouldn't have even thought about the people.
Right. They're so far.
Yeah, and they're like, I can't do it. And I was like, okay. That's okay.
So we all,
It's okay.
Totally normal, right?
Yeah, he didn't try to overcome it. He was like, I'm just going to wait an hour. I'll film this later.
Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Hello, Ben, fellow hockey player.
I know, I'm glad you were wearing a full face protection when you fell there. Got to protect the moneymaker.
I'll be sticking with my SM7B, although my voice doesn't sound as smooth as Tom's on it. I've come to accept I'll just always have the voice of a teenage anime protagonist.
You know what,
That
though?
sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds
first
awesome.
Of all. That sounds impressive, Tony.
Yeah, I really like the SM7B, both of them.
I just need to flip my ice pack here. Hold on.
But it's like, I mean, you know me, like I go between microphones all the time. The SM7B has so many practical things, especially just the noise rejection is like phenomenal. And it's a big, big benefit. And I like the way that they look on camera. They're simple. I like swapping out the windscreens and all that stuff. But something about my voice, I haven't been liking it as much lately, especially compared to other mics like the Earthworks or the Lewitt or whatever it might be. So that's why I tried really hard to. I watched a video from a YouTube channel called Home Studio Pro.
Oh, I like that.
There's a video that's the SM7B with the Rodecaster 2, and the person who hosts this is Brody Brazil, who is an NBC sports broadcaster who covers a lot of the still current Oakland A's, the San Jose Sharks. He's been doing that for like 20 years or more. He's also a flight instructor, so he also has a channel about flying. He has his main channel. It's like about sports and stuff. And then he has like a home studio thing because he does lots of ATEMs, microphones, the same kind of thing. But he took his like all of that pro experience into the Rodecaster and then explained how he put together his preset. And so it kind of walks you through not necessarily copying like his numbers for every setting, but at least what they do. And then you can dial it in for your voice. And I did that and I really like it a lot more. So I've been using that for about a month. But anyway, Home Studio Pro.
Home Studio Pro.
Rodecaster plus SM7B can make a really cool preset.
There you go. Gearhead alert.
Yeah, sorry.
Fashion Publicist, hello.
Hello.
Be sure to hit that like button, y'all.
So
what else is up, Tom?
Oh, so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of things are up.
Yeah.
I made a reel today.
Look at you.
I know.
Did you post it already?
Yeah.
Did I miss this?
Maybe. I put it on my second channel and on my Instagram because it's about my hockey skate sharpener. I'm okay with Instagram being unrelated, but it's too far of a stretch for the main channel. Yeah. Which I'm trying to
Sure.
take care of.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So yeah. I mean, it's been fun because I'm still not, I don't watch a lot of short form stuff.
I don't either. Well, actually, that's not true anymore because everything I send you is short form.
That's true. It is. But I mean, the percentage is probably like 3% to 97% short versus long. But making it, I'm like, okay, instead of trying to do the thing where you take a horizontal video and try to reframe it in a vertical thing, like shooting for vertical.
Right. I know. It makes a difference.
Yeah, it is fun. And then trying to, you showed me how to do really cool burned in captions with this script really easily. And I really like those. And that makes a huge difference. I never knew how to do that kind of stuff. So it's like, yesterday I got a new pair of skates that I was sharpening with the sharpener at home. And I was like, oh, it's a question I get a lot when I tell people about the sharpener is they don't know, do you have to get your skates taken care of and then you just maintain them at home? Or can you literally take them out of the box, sharpen them, and go skate on them, which you can. And so I just went through the steps in a minute of how to do that with I just used my phone, but I got some cool cinematic-y shots and then put a little music, put a little voiceover, descript subtitles. It's fun.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Good. I'm not super happy with my mic sound, but I know a lot of it is because I need to do some sound treatment in my space and I keep putting it off.
Sure, I will never argue with sound treatment, but a thing I've learned in the last 6 months is the importance of EQing mics. So long I've just been like, what sounds the best out of the box? Why, if I can get something that sounds amazing out of the box, why would I spend time oh, it sounds great if I do all this other stuff to it? But especially a mic like this mic is made to be EQ'd. So many mics are, so you really spending the time to dial in a sound for your voice and your space. I think a lot of people can get way better results from what they currently have in the environment they're currently in if they just spend a little more time learning how to do that with whatever software and programs, which I don't I'm not a pro at it by any means. So
plug and play, bro. That's me. Tech Free Needs. Hello, folks. Fashion Publicist is Joseph from WeWork. What's up? I'm way more addicted to short form video than I thought I ever would be.
Oh no,
The
it's got
algorithms
him.
got me.
It's got him. Save him.
I've never watched short form on YouTube, but
I accidentally bump into the shorts.
oh my
tab
gosh, yeah, I
sometimes.
accidentally
"No!
tapped it earlier and it
Get me outta
just started
here."
screaming at me, and I was like, "Calm yourself,
Yeah.
close up." But on Instagram, it's oh my gosh, it's just dogs and Japan right now.
Yeah, if you go
Just
to my like
dogs
Instagram
and
recommendation
Japan.
page, what would be
Dogs
on
in
there?
Japan,
Mine's not going to
not
be
in Japan, but and Japan.
Mine is dogs, hockey, and Blink 182. That's
No, I definitely.
that is what is on
Okay,
my.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you.
It's it's literally, yeah. It's just I don't know. You can't see it. Yeah, it's just dogs, hockey, Blink 182,
Wait, how do you
and dogs. It's specifically golden retrievers and corgis.
how do you go to
I
your
just did the magnifying glass. Wait. I
oh
don't-
okay dogs, corgi butts,
Oh, here's a camera lens, and
video games. Oh, there's like video game stuff in here.
some airplanes.
Oh yeah, see what's happening in Tokyo next week. Why do I? Why?
You
is
need
that-
to know, babe,
Yeah.
what's happening in Tokyo.
So anyway,
That's funny. Geekanoids asks, how do you organize your time? For me, I use digital e-ink planner. Curious if you use tech or pen and paper for keeping top of the... I'm curious what e-ink planner you use, because I know there's the Kindle Scribe, which is like a little more than I would want to spend, but it seems really cool, and I'd want to know how you like that. I use the Notes app. The Apple Notes app is my thing.
I just use the Google Calendar.
Yeah, calendar's helpful, but the Notes app I like because it is across all devices, so I
Yeah.
can be on any computer,
Samesies,
phone,
bro.
anywhere, and you just add something, whatever. That really helps a lot.
Hey Doc.
Oh, Doc.
Konnichiwa.
I am glad you're here. Yes.
You said
'cause-
yesterday SM7B sounds different. I agree. It's simply cleaner and has a quieter noise floor. So you're right. Specs say they are the same, but no, there are new components due
Yes.
to time.
This is what I thought, but in my experience, this has been noisier, and it's weird. And I feel like I'm doing something wrong because on your stream with the Rodecaster Duo, you showed us the audio like it was quieter on the new one, noisier on the old one. Like you showed the side by side, but then I had somebody else reach out to me and say they had the same problem, and I'm confused by that. So that's where I don't know. Oops, I pressed enter. I hope I didn't do something.
I think we're still
Okay.
alive. Yes. Let's see. Tech Audit TV. What do you guys think of my feature request? Creators can toggle work mode on YouTube, which, when on, would black out the homepage so we can access YouTube Studio without getting distracted.
I feel like that's a cool idea that YouTube would never implement, but like a Chrome plugin could implement.
Well, Tom did a thing for me where okay, as I'm getting back into vlogging, I don't want to look at analytics because I just don't care right now. I just want to have fun making videos. But I do want to interact with the people who leave comments. So he went to every browser device that I have and just put the YouTube comments tab of the YouTube Studio like as a bookmark in my bookmarks bar. And so if I want to check YouTube, I just push that. So I would assume that if you want to check YouTube, you could just do that for YouTube Studio, and then you wouldn't go to youtube.com or,
Yeah, I usually at this point, I just kind of like go to the URL bar and type in like studio. I start typing in studio dot and then it fills in and I just go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bookmark is a really helpful thing.
Dogs playing hockey while listening to Blink-182.
That sounds really fun. Yeah, sign me up for that, please.
Hey, Bailey. Hello. The best way to understand
Bailey.
sound on your microphone is to record someone else you know really well. You are a horrible critic of your own voice. Get a Heather to test with.
That's true. I like my voice sound on it. It's the actual
Hi,
signal
Obs.
quality. Aubrey.
So good to see you. Let's see. I
Apple
use
Notes.
that Apple Notes app too. Keiwa Comedy. Hello. I use the Supernote
Okay.
A5. It's awesome. They don't bring new models out every year, every 3 to 4 years. They just keep updating current models with new features.
Yeah, see, that's how, like, you don't really need a new e-ink notebook every year. And I shouldn't say I wish, but I like that it's not a yearly thing.
Boy. Yeah.
A big thing, because I'm also working on a video about the GoPro 12. I've also been like keeping an eye on the discussion about the iPhone 15, and a big thing that I think I can't help but acknowledge
Keeping
in
an eye.
upcoming reviews is like the idea of incremental, like evolutionary versus revolutionary.
I know. That's like your thing.
It is, because I
Nowadays.
think it's an important thing. I'm so confused, especially with GoPro,
Are
because
you,
people love to
Tom?
hate on GoPros. And people will like the same person in the same breath will be like, there's no real updates in this camera. It's a piece of like, it's the same as last year. Like, what's the whole point? So they're like mad that they don't have to buy a new one. But then if GoPro releases a big update, that same person is like, oh, so now my one I just bought last year's obsolete. So it's like, do you want to buy a new one or not? Like, I'm happy that anyone jumping in at any time gets the best possible version of something. And I'm happy that if I already have something and the next one that comes out isn't that different, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I get to keep the thing I have for a while. I know, but
I mean,
I also feel like
complain about new GoPro things. Like,
it's a lot of people though, but I feel like it's also, I feel like sometimes people need to be reminded when the commercials and stuff that they're seeing for this stuff is like most revolutionary, most insane, most whatever, and it's like, well, that's just kind of the same as the one you already have. To step back and actually look at like, what does it do? What do I need? What do I have? Do I really need the new thing? A lot of times, probably not.
Any thoughts on the new Sony wireless mics?
Too expensive. But it's really cool that Sony's doing it. Sony came out with this almost, I hate to call it this, but like their version of the Blue Yeti.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's like, but it's like a multi-use, like streaming, conferencing, podcast mic that also works with the like accessory shoe on their cameras.
Okay.
Which is kind of interesting.
Okay.
And then they also came out with like their version of the wireless, here's wireless transmitters and a receiver and stuff, which is very cool. I just think they're all like over $400. It's just, to me, I wouldn't spend more than $300 on those, because at that point I would then jump into a higher like pro wireless thing. The Sony makes good mics though, so, and the no needing a cable into the camera is really nice.
There you go.
No batteries, no cable. It's great.
All right. Impressive Tony. How long would you recommend trying out a new video series to see if it gets traction? I do movie reviews, and I'm thinking of doing some vids on older movies celebrating major anniversaries. Oh, that's cute. I love that.
How long would you give something new?
I don't know, honestly.
Probably longer than you think. I don't know how long you think, but I mean, like a while. I'm jumping like 6 months to a year, like a long time.
I think it depends on like your frequency now, like what your upload schedule is now.
Yeah, and if you like it, if you're having fun doing it, then that's easier to keep going regardless of what the outcome is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's helpful, but
here's Doc's iPhone 15 review. Pro Max, so good. Tech reviewers
good.
are silly. Yes, facts.
Mm-hmm.
The 15s are not to replace the 14s. They are replaced to exactly. Yes, Apple, Sony, GoPro do not. They. Of course, a company's going to say that their thing is the best. Like when Apple, I do laugh every year when like it's the best iPhone we've ever made. It's like, yeah, of course, it's the newest. Why would it? It's not quite as good as last year's phone. They're like, why? Of course, everyone's going to be the best one you've ever made. But yeah, that leap, and that's the thing too. Is like if you get the brand new thing, like Doc, you're an enthusiast, like a tech enthusiast. Getting the new one every year for you is like there's a reason you do it.
Right.
And you also, I know you trade stuff in, and
part of the thing.
You're like financially staying on top of it, but you have like you have fun with the new thing every year, and that's part of the fun. For people who just need a thing and then get upset, like, well, I spent all this money on a new thing and it's not that different. It's like, yeah, no, but if you wait 3 or 4 years and then you buy the new thing, all those little updates that didn't make a difference will now make a huge difference, and it's gonna be like, whoa, I'm in a totally different era now, and that's cool.
Yeah. There you go. I've given something new over a year. I will get back to you if it worked or not. There you go.
Nice.
People make negative hot takes against Apple, Sony, Canon, GoPro, Adobe because negativity gets
That
clicks.
is also true.
Neil has a question. Should we just create content that we love or play to the trends and what's new in order to grow? I create content that I love just for reference.
I mean, I know we're both going to lean towards on this.
Yeah.
It's the love, but
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard.
Trends are a thing where I just can't, my brain doesn't work in the realm of trends.
Yeah.
But I do think there's a cool challenge of finding what you love and then figuring out how to like package it in a way that is interesting to other people who don't know that they're interested in it.
Yes, that.
I can't say I know how to do that all the time, but that's a cool
Yeah.
challenge. It reminds me of when I was teaching, and something I would want to like incorporate something into a lesson, especially happened a lot when I was doing digital media, because maybe it's a piece of gear or a technique or something, but we're working on something else or we're studying something else that's like not really related to that. Obviously, I don't want to derail a whole, module or something that we're in the middle of. So finding a way to like, can I make this thing relevant now so I don't have to wait 6 months was always like a really fun challenge.
Yeah.
And I think it helped me to be creative, and the end result was better.
Yeah. I don't know what I would say. I think like my only thought when it comes to trends is like, if it's trending, that means like there's already enough content about it, probably. So, I don't know how much more I would be able to contribute to a conversation. So if there is a piqued interest in a particular topic, is there something that's like parallel, that's kind of related, that you can kind of piggyback off of? Maybe that's how you can kind of fold it in.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. I've never thought about this in my entire life. What kind of car do you think Doc Rock drives?
It's going to be either like a Mini Cooper or like a Jeep.
Okay, because this is unrelated, but Doc said, Apple said it's the best because they're going off of specs. If my Tacoma gets 21 miles per gallon, new model gets 21.25, the new one is factually the best. It is. I just realized I never thought about what kind of car does Doc drive in Hawaii and stuff. Tacoma just wasn't it. Tacomas are cool. Like, I like it, but I just didn't. I don't know what I imagined. Maybe more like a 4Runner. I guess like enclosed rather than open flatbed. I don't know why. But I feel like Mini Cooper wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, it's like something. I feel bad. My channel is pretty much flatlined because I've been focused on creating and building True Northwest's YouTube channel, and also working for the magazine, doing photo shoots on top of a day job. Yeah, I don't think that.
Don't feel bad.
I don't
about
think
that,
that's
yeah.
anything to feel bad about. I mean, that's the same thing with my stuff. I had to focus on client stuff. I don't know. People take breaks, whatever. I think I don't regret not making content when I didn't feel like making content, because I feel like then you're gonna make stuff that you don't want to watch, nobody wants to watch, and it becomes like a resentful thing versus something where you feel excited, you feel alive, you feel like you're in like a creative, thriving environment. I think that's when the best content can come out of that versus like,
Yeah. Well, also,
it.
I mean, it kind of depends, because like, you're building somebody else's channel in this case, which is not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's, we've helped do that. Like, that's a thing. And that can be rewarding in its own way. I think where there starts to be friction is if you've spent so much time putting all of your effort into building something for someone else that they could potentially either not appreciate or totally wipe out, or just like, oh no, now we're done with you.
I mean,
You're
it's
done.
the same thing with any, job.
Yeah.
Boss.
And that's right. Like, how much do you want to invest in someone else's thing versus your own thing? But I think especially in like Drew, in your case, where everything is at and how things are growing, I think this is such a cool developmental phase. And everything that you're doing by working on their stuff, which seems to be being valued very well,
will carry over
into your stuff. It's like, going to college and then coming back and, now you're more equipped.
What if I wanted to do a hockey songwriting filmmaking channel? How should I package something like that?
That would just be like Ben's World.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Let's see. Don't know when I'll be able to get back to my channel to make videos. I want to. A BMW.
BMW. There it is. Okay. The focus snaps clear now.
I think the SM7DB is a few years too late. Not sure who the target audience is. Most of the consumers like me got a cloud lifter and RCP2, and studios will have equipment to drive the SM7Bs as well. That's true. So it would be like a new gen.
I think it's for newbies. I don't think they're target.
But it's expensive though.
Well, okay, not newbies. I think it's for.
Yeah, that's like a not entry level price point.
No, it's not. But I mean, it's an SM7B. It's never.
That's like a level.
Yeah, if you want it's not an entry level mic.
Yeah,
But
someone needs to know how to use that.
I think it's for the person who wants the mic, has nothing, and has a less powerful interface, and they don't want to spend. I don't want to spend $500, $600, $700 on an interface and a mic. I'll spend $500 on a mic and be set. I feel like it's for new people, and then there's all the nerds like us who are just like, I want to upgrade too, even though I have the other one. It's like it's not probably not necessary.
At least Rode adds DSP with software to add some flair to the sound, which if Shure had done, would make it a bit more attractive. Question?
I mean, so yeah, right now I was like, oh dang, I can't use my preset that I built because it's in my studio on the Rodecaster. It's not in the mic. But on the other hand, especially if you look at the history of the SM7B, this has nothing in it that should go out of date. You know, as long as there's XLR stuff happening, which has been around for like 100 years or almost, I don't know, this mic will still work. So the problem is, like, as soon as Rode doesn't want to update anything anymore or support this, and then it's like almost a part of the thing you have now becomes obsolete and out of date, whereas this is a little more timeless, and the older models have proven that they're timeless. The big question for me, honestly, though, is versus the Blue Sona, which is shockingly similar and $150 less. And that's a big question.
Hey, Melanie, late to the party. So happy to see you guys. So happy to see you. Yeah. So happy to see so many familiar faces.
I know, it's nice.
It's so fun. Yeah, it makes me really happy. SM7D newbies.
Oh, I like that.
SM7 dead broke. There are some people that have money but don't know what they are doing. This is true.
Oh, yeah.
There are no DSPs on XLR mics.
Yeah, because
there you go.
I guess there's no way. There's really no way to do that. But I don't know. Yeah, I like the timelessness of a thing. Mm-hmm. It will work the way that it works forever.
That's true. I think most of my feeling bad has to do with how I just fell off the planet of the YouTube Earth, and I haven't explained why. Also, not sure if I should make a video explaining.
Generally, I would say no, unless you're really pulled to. If you really want to, then for sure. It was Caleb Pike from DSLR Video Shooter, who I was listening to him on a podcast years ago, and someone kind of asked the question, when you do something new on your channel, do you explain? Do you tell people? And he was like, you just do it. You just jump in and start doing the thing. And I think that's the way to go. Unless there's a unique situation or something in your gut is just like, I really want to explain it. That's fine too. But to feel obligated, like, oh, I owe an explanation, you don't. Yeah, and Caleb's someone who's been doing YouTube since 2009, 2010. So I feel like he's done this a few times.
You have your reasons for doing what you got to do.
Yeah.
No one's ever going to know the full picture. I didn't say anything. I just left. And
then
I just came back.
Still grew while you were gone too. Like the videos that are there are still there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. $4.99 is actually inexpensive for a mic. We were thinking in the lens of people whining about not having money, and yet they buy $300 kicks.
It's all about priorities, yeah. This is a $12 shirt.
It's cute.
Hey, you know what? It came in a 2-pack.
Well, what else is up, Tom? What else has been up?
So much. I don't know where to even begin. So many things.
Yeah.
A lot of hockey. That's what's been
a lot
up.
of hockey.
A lot of ice skating and hockey has been up.
Yes. We had such a weird summer. We had a hurricane.
In the desert. It's very strange.
We're okay.
Yeah, it was a tropical storm by the time it hit us, but it was very weird when it's like...
What?
Yeah. Very bizarre.
Yeah. It was 112 degrees, and then, by the way, next weekend you might get a hurricane.
Yeah, everyone was at City Hall filling up sandbags, and everyone in the desert was like, we don't know how to fill these up. We don't know where to put them. We don't know what to do with them. Now that it's over, we don't know what to do with the leftover. We're just not equipped.
Yeah.
It's like when there's a heat wave in, a really cold place and everyone dies, and it's like, you're just not equipped for things you're not used to in your place.
We just don't have the infrastructure for this situation.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else is up? I think once you've invested in decent mics and lenses, then you have them for a long time, as they will last due to the level of quality.
That's true.
I haven't updated anything, but
you don't need to. Yeah. There's no. what benefit are you going to get from another mic? What benefit are you going to get from another camera?
I don't want to. Okay, look, this is how much I don't want to move anything. There is a boosted board here behind Tom, which I think everybody knows.
I don't know
It's
where
right
it is.
here.
Yeah, you can kind of see it. There it is.
There it is. There. And I actually have a place to like write it, but it's such a part of my set that I don't want to move it because I don't want it to be like not exactly the way it is.
You know, you could take my boosted board and put it there.
Oh, this is true.
Replacement,
Oh.
And then take this one out.
You just gave me an idea.
There we go.
Also, I'm 38 and I've already broken my back. Do I want to?
Yeah, well, that was the other thing. You're also playing hockey.
I know.
And all this stuff, so, you know.
But I don't want, like, I don't want to be limited. Like, I want to,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. No, your setup hasn't changed because, like, your camera, the 6D Mark II,
yeah,
the biggest limitations are no clean
autofocus.
HDMI out and no autofocus.
Which works fine.
It has video autofocus, but if you turn it on when you're using
You get the
HDMI, you get the little you get the white box.
That's
It doesn't
what
have clean HDMI out like that. So so you just use manual focus, but then you don't get any focus shifting. The camera never moves, so you're never out of focus. And you don't move around the room, so it doesn't matter, and you don't care about 4K. So there's no like we could put the EOS R or one of my Sony cameras here, and honestly, it'd probably just annoy you because you have to change your colors and stuff.
Honestly, that's what I was telling Tom. I was like, just go find some sand.
Well, that's what I was going to do.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
But
crazy.
like the sand in the desert has like critters in it and stuff.
Yeah, there's like scorpions and you know, it was crazy. I have always struggled with letting things just be.
I get it.
Yeah, same. I get it. Tom, did you stop
Oh,
uploading
yeah.
every single Thursday without fail? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, that's true.
That
That
was
is
a big,
thing, which is a little
big
scary.
thing. Yeah.
Yes. So I took my 2-week sabbatical off early in the summer, at the beginning
Which
of summer.
was documented on his podcast. And
Yeah.
there's some of my favorite episodes, so definitely go check them out.
Yeah, that was cool, and
From someone who was like so, like your channel has been consistent and consistently growing. So
I don't want to do any. I don't put any wrenches.
Exactly.
Into
I mean, it's the exact same reason I don't want to move my set.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's perfect the way that it is, and so like, are you jinxing yourself by changing something? Because
Yes.
if everything is working, why mess it up? Yes.
Yeah, and I've been doing Thursday 5:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for over 4 years
Yeah.
without fail, and for the
Okay
2
there.
years, for
He's
the
nervous about it.
2 years prior to that, it was at least one video every week. Sometimes there was a specific day, sometimes there wasn't, but it was never ever more than 7 days without a video.
Yeah.
And now I have gone more than 7 days.
Yeah.
It's been averaging still about a week-ish, but I've gone 10. I went 2 weeks without a video.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
So how do you feel?
there's a lot of discomfort, but the reason I wanted to do it was because
It was limiting.
I was
It was
starting to
creatively
feel limiting.
limiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the thing, is because I was noticing I had a lot of ideas for videos I wanted to make, but I couldn't do them in that time. And so I'd be like, oh, I'll do that when I have more time. And in my mind, I would say like, I'll always have my weekly video and then I'll be working on a bigger project in the background. And guess what? It never happened. I was always just working. It's just too much. Yeah. And so I did, so I was like, okay, what if I just spend as much time as a video takes? Like,
maybe that's
always
a day.
be working on
Maybe
something.
that's
Like there's always
2
a video
weeks.
in production, but yeah, maybe it's a day, and maybe it's like literally the video I made about the Blackmagic camera app.
Same day.
I filmed that at like 8 a.m. and it was up on YouTube by 11 a.m.
Yeah.
The video about the Canon XL1, I mean, kind of took 2 years to make, but realistically, like active production was like 6 weeks. Like it took a long time on that. And it's been kind of fun to just let the video be what it needs to be. I do feel a bit uncomfortable. I do feel worried. I don't have like the proof of concept of it's working, because the first 2 videos I did doing that, which were some of my favorite videos I've ever made. The XL1 one and the smartphone versus like real camera video.
That was fun. They're
I
both fun.
love those videos so much, and they're some of my favorite videos, but they, in terms of performing, really bad. And it's like, okay, now should I be spending a bunch of time on stuff that's not like good for the channel? So I'm trying to find the balance between like those passion type projects that maybe just won't do well, but I really want to make, and then the more like practical stuff, like an SM7 DB mic review, which I also want to make. But you know, that's not an unusual video for me to make or anything.
So yeah, it's not like a creative challenge.
And figuring out that every video doesn't need to be this big. That was also a thing, was I did like a couple of big exhausting videos, and I was like, okay, this workflow is going to kill me for different reasons. So that's why I want to do the Black Magic video, or like, can I make a video in 6 hours? Like, you know, like I want to show myself that I can do both.
Yeah.
Really short turnaround times without like crazy production.
It just goes to show that it is a journey that never ends.
Never ends, yeah. Overall, I like it. Oy.
Are you okay?
It's like a frog in my throat or something.
You're like nervous.
No, I just got something in my throat. Overall, I like it, but I mean, there's also other reasons. YouTube's been doing some weird stuff, which I'll be talking about on my podcast season premiere this week. So.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
That's gonna be the main thing, yeah.
That'll be fun. Hi, Peter Greg. Happy to see you.
Hi, Peter.
From an investment perspective, the order should be mic, lens, camera.
I can't disagree with that.
Still rocking the pod mic.
Yeah, it's not gonna
Kevin
stop
Cox.
working, you know.
Tom, I am getting glued to the LS208. I'm looking at something cool or not.
I don't know what it is.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm guessing it's cool though.
As a head injury person, a helmet is important.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know who's not gonna wear a helmet on the boosted?
Oh, then don't do the boosted and don't move it.
Well, I'm just gonna go around campus.
Doesn't matter.
I know.
Does not matter. Yeah.
I was like, I've been wearing a helmet lately. Where has it been? Hockey.
Yeah, because I did get a concussion earlier this spring
got
with a helmet on.
Concussed.
And I would have been a hospital visit for sure.
Ben says, I'm really interested in the story behind how y'all got involved in hockey. Maybe not here. Is there a video in the works for that, or maybe one you published that I missed? Well, here's the long story short. 3 words. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Coachella Valley Firebirds.
Okay. I was sure hoping that's what you were going to say.
And we are married. Yes.
I've been working on a video, but now it's like I've been collecting footage for like the whole year, and it's like too big to approach, so I don't know. That's why.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know that.
We can talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Tune in. We'll talk about hobbies.
Well, because the cool thing, I was talking to somebody at the rink the other day. I was talking to someone at the rink the other day, and they were saying that a cool thing about a sport like hockey or a hobby like that is because if your day job is something that's very mentally taxing, and then your hobby is something that's very physically taxing, it helps you achieve this really nice balance. And I feel like that is super true. And it is always lean more one way than the other for me, especially. And it's really cool to like find a thing that brings like the mental and the physical together.
Yeah. That is what I say. What benefit will the audience get? If nothing and doesn't spark joy, don't buy it. I love gear and testing, and I can afford it, so I buy everything. I don't have kids, so I'm dollar signs.
Yeah, this mic is a lot cheaper than a kid, that's for sure.
I made a suggestion to Tom. Could work for your back, Heather. It worked for mine a couple years ago. I pulled my back lifting crane chains. Oof. Oh, man.
Crane chain gang.
Have you ever thought about outsourcing to free up time for bigger videos or to give you more creative energy? No.
Yeah, I'm just not someone who I would I'm too much of a control freak over every part of my process.
I realize that's not what it is for me.
I mean, I enjoy every part of it. Like,
what
I don't
it is
want
for
to.
Me. It's like it's for me, it's the same thing as a hobby, right? So like if I like playing hockey and it takes a lot of time, I would never, outsource hockey.
And someone else go play for you.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the same thing. Like I really like making videos. I like finding the shots. I have a blast editing them. And so like that's the part I like. I wouldn't want someone to do it for me. But maybe this question should. I'm also the one who is outsourced too. Like that's
It's
what I
true.
do for work. So
That's true. Yeah, it's different for different people and different parts of the process and stuff. But.
yeah, but like even for you, like you go out in the backyard, you film Finley Ben, like
Yeah, no, I love all the parts. I love putting cameras together and setting up shots and.
he likes it in a way that's so different from me. Let me tell
That's
you,
true.
man. He has to reset his room every time, and it's like doodads and knickknacks, and
And she comes in
I'm
and
just
I'm like
what
flipping
is
switches
all
and
this
plugging things
crap?
in. She's like, "What a nightmare."
Like for every video, but that's what he loves doing. Like that's just he would do that anyway.
I was doing it
So,
anyway,
yeah.
and I just had no reason to be doing it because it was like, "What are you doing?"
And also, so a really awesome book that Tom and I read. We've talked about this
Oh,
on your
yeah.
podcast. Yeah, is called Flow. It is
I was thinking of
awesome.
a different book.
What's Homesick Mac can tell you how to pronounce this guy's name. It's Mihail C.
Yes.
something. It's a really long European last name. But the book is called Flow. But one of the things is that activities where people find themselves in flow states or like states of flow, one of the things is that it is this like positive feedback loop. So even though it is like it takes effort, but it actually gives you energy to like continue working on your thing. And I think that is true if video is like a creative endeavor for you. It's like even for me, I feel more creative as I create more videos.
Yeah, there are some people for whom it's a means to an end. Like,
right.
I want to make a video. That means I have to edit. I hate editing, so I'm gonna get someone else to edit. For
then
me.
obviously it makes sense. Like, Anyway, okay. Has those changed allowed you to make some tweaks to the production? Like, have you been trying new things that was hard with weekly cadence?
I mean, just you can see in some of the videos, like the XL1 one or the camera phone one, like the level of production is significantly higher.
Well, I'll tell you from being the one who observes your whole production process, like Tom has never done this until now, is like make something, start working on something, and then completely change it the next day after sleeping on it, after
that's true.
You know what, I'm going to revisit and like something totally changed or a new like way of looking at it or reorganizing it. Like you've never done that.
Yeah, there hasn't been time to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's like 2 days later, you're like, oh, shift.
Yeah, that's definitely been.
I think that's cool.
Been a thing. It's hard to do with the weekly things.
Yeah, you can't because it's like there's one day for production, there's one day for editing, there's and then yeah. I don't think anything is in the same place in 2 consecutive video reviews I post. I spend more time rearranging than making videos trying to find the right setup. I have a problem.
I always enjoy that though, and I notice that
he loves that.
I love seeing like, oh, they changed this. And
yeah,
I mean that's why I love
that.
Like Casey Neistat. The reason I started watching it was because his studio.
Yeah,
and I was like, then I realized he was saying interesting things, but yeah.
The Passion albums never sell as well, but the artists and true fans love them the best. Fun fact, in most cases, it is the 3rd album in the creation process for most musicians. Oh, wow. You know what? Doc would know.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Now I need to know.
I feel like I've heard that at one point, but...
Backstreet Boys. 3rd album. Maybe it's different for them. What was the 3rd album?
Discography. No. That's oh, there we go.
1, 2, 3. Oh, this one.
That's
a good one.
But
what's this one?
Wow. Well, now we're looking at Backstreet Boys album covers.
Oh no! That was Millennium. Oh yeah, they definitely found that. That's I Want It That Way.
Okay, but it's the 3rd one. Is the Passion album, but that's the one that doesn't do as well.
Oh no, that's when I felt like they took off.
I feel like they're a little different because it's also like they have a production team behind them.
They're a business. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of the Aquabats because you go.
Okay, so yeah.
You go the Return of the Aquabats, Fury of the Aquabats, the Floating Eye of Death, which is entirely different and like, I mean, it's like an amazing album, but it's not like the other ones at all. Yeah.
JT Passion albums were hot garbage dumpster fire. I can never outsource because I find the full flow of the video story while I'm editing.
There's that too. Which is just hard. I'd spend like just as much time
There it is.
communicating what I want as if I just did it myself.
I'm sure this is easy to say.
Doc dropping that affiliate link.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Psychology of Optimal Experience. This book, please read it. It is so good. Like, it really makes... Well, okay, I'll speak for myself. I started to see things, like, so differently. Because it's like, why, yes, I do this because I enjoy it. But now you really understand, like, why it lights you up and why you get inspired. And it is, like, a thing that has been researched. And it really made me appreciate when I am like passionate about something, because that's not always there. Like, there are times where you just don't feel like doing anything, but then there are times where it's like, I just feel like doing this
Can't
thing.
stop,
Yeah, and then you just go and go and go, and it's the best feeling ever. Let's see. The real reason I want my channel to grow is so I can convince my ladies to let me turn our spare bedroom into a full-on YouTube studio. Having a bed in the background of my shots is lame.
It's like a college student. There's nothing wrong with the bed in the background. You get a Murphy bed, right? Fold it up into
That's
the wall.
true. Or a green screen.
Green screen. But but it's fun to have like an actual physical space to play with. Melanie said Millennium was my first ever CD bought in a store that was
cute.
my own with my grandmother's money.
I think the first CD I
Doc's referencing Gorillas.
I was just listening to them yesterday.
For Backstreet, it was Never Gone. Does that make sense to you?
No. Never Gone.
Oh, there it is. Wow, look at that. Oh, because if you go...
Oh, this is when I stopped this past.
Because I think, like, so if you look...
Yeah, Black and Blue was when...
If you look at when, like, their big hit... Because they had albums before that, but I feel like those are... It's like almost like, what do you consider the first, like, definitive album of a band? Like, I'm thinking of Blink-182 has, like, Cheshire Cat, and then... But you feel like Dude Ranch is the official one. And then you have...
What is All the Small Things on?
That's...
Hurry.
Enema that's Enema of the State, right? That's not Take Off.
You're not a true fan.
Yeah. Well, then that would be the third one there. I feel like the self-titled album, which is their third one, of Travis.
Oh, look, they're doing Christmas. Oh, this was last year. Actually, Christmas.
Anyway.
Hey,
Lewis
Mr.
is
Camera
here.
Junkie, what's up?
Well, he got here just in time for us to wrap up and clear the table.
Wait, what was the first CD you bought? I don't know what the first
I bought 2 CDs on the same day.
Wow, he remembers.
It was at the Warehouse.
Oh,
The Warehouse. And it was, I bought a CD player. I don't know how I ended up, it was like birthday money or something. I bought a CD player, and then I bought the Offspring's Ignition because my friend's older brother was like, the Offspring's really cool. You got to get it. It has the F word in it. And I was like,
my God.
I was in 4th grade. I was like 11. I was like, yeah, okay. So I bought that. I was with my dad, and like we were at the Warehouse, and he didn't know anything. He was like, I don't know what that is. Like, if you're gonna get an album, you also have to get one that like I'm recommending. And so he bought me Revolver from the Beatles. So it was Offspring and the Beatles, and those are my only 2 CDs for a really long time.
I don't know why this is, but from what I can remember, the first like album I bought that was a CD was the Grease soundtrack. I think it's because I was like doing cheer.
A lot of people our age started out with soundtracks. I had a lot of friends that like they didn't have artist CDs, but they had soundtracks.
I think we were doing like choreography or something, and I was
sense.
like, I needed the song or something. Yeah, because it's not like I'm like into the movie or anything.
Yeah, I've never.
But and then the other early one I can remember is the Baby One More Time single.
Oh, the single.
With Autumn Goodbye, Autumn Goodbye, Autumn Goodbye.
The next one I got was the double disc Smashing Pumpkins Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. That was a good.
We listened to
completely. It was the mid '90s. I was not gonna not get a Smashing Pumpkins album.
Different music. I've never bought a
A
Smashing Pumpkins
lot of my
album.
music was guided by my friend's older brother who was in middle school. We were in elementary school, and he learned to play the bass, and he was like,
yeah, see,
we were to these bands and do this.
We
here.
did the whole like the NSYNC, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, like that was us. Kiss FM.
Kiss FM. I was K Rock.
Yeah, no, that was the other
world
kids.
famous.
You didn't even have K-Rock over here.
No, but we'd spend like half the time at my aunt's house in Orange County, and as soon as I would literally turn the radio in the car,
106.7.
yeah, and then it would be static until you got close enough, and then it would click in. And
Click
you could hear
in.
it. Yep.
That's cute.
Oh my God, Doc.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to age myself, but I will. For my first single I bought was "Don't You Want Me" by the Human League.
That's a good one though. To be fair,
What's "Don't You Want Me"?
I'm not gonna try to sing it, but you would know it if you heard it.
Come on.
No. I'm not giving in to peer pressure.
I'm not a peer. Cover the bed green or blue cloth and put some pool or snooker balls. Snooker. See? My first CDs were from Columbia House and Mail.
For just pennies a month, you can get like 50 CDs.
What? What is that?
Remember those like the things where it's like I don't even know how it would work, but supposedly you spend very little money and you like circle the 10 CDs you want, and you like,
oh,
there's no way you weren't losing a massive amount of money, or your parents weren't losing a massive amount of money, but that
Blink-182, Enema of the State was mine.
Yeah, I mean, that's still a great album that I listen to all the time.
So what else is on that album?
Enema of the State, that's What's My Age Again.
Oh.
Yeah, I could just go through the whole.
So that's like early high school.
Yeah. Because last summer, I spent my whole summer learning how to play that and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket front to back on the bass every song. And it's really fun.
My first record I bought was My Ding-a-Ling by Chuck Berry.
That just reminds me of a
I had
Simpsons
Grease
episode.
on vinyl.
Nice.
What's My Age Again is better than All the Small Things.
I would agree.
That's a hot take.
Oh, well, I mean, All the Small Things is, I believe, by far their biggest song.
Honestly, I'm not even going to lie. I get them confused until they start singing.
I mean, the intros are entirely different.
I just remember one of them, they run around naked.
That's What's My Age Again.
Yeah, I don't remember All the Small... You know what I remember about All the Small Things is that I went to a private Catholic all-girl school, and our principal sang this for a Kiss FM, like...
Wow.
Competition where like you had to get your high school principal to sing All the Small Things over the PA speaker to the entire
that must have
campus.
sounded horrible.
And she's a nun.
I feel
She was a nun.
Blink-182 needed to know about this at the time.
She was like this short little lady with glasses and curly hair.
Wow.
And she totally did it.
Say it ain't so.
Stupid. Stone Temple Pilots, Purple.
There we go.
I love this. Love Stone Temple Pilots. Okay, great show. Good night.
All right.
Blink-182 Rock Show is my
Really?
go-to karaoke song. Okay, so when we finally meet up, this karaoke session is happening. Okay, because you obviously have to join in on this.
Have to. It was peer pressure. All left and right over here.
I'm literally, see, our first single was I Want to Break Free by
Nice.
Nice. Hi, Chris. All right.
Well,
That was fun.
that was way fun. So thanks everyone for showing up.
Yes.
I don't know when we'll be doing another one, but hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah, I'd like to do it next week. But yeah.
Well,
We'll schedule it in advance.
scheduling at least a day in advance helps.
Yeah.
So that's why, because you can't predict what's going to break or fall apart.
It can't be Thursday because I have class on Thursday. Nihongo no gakusei desu, doc. And I have class on Thursday, so.
Well, there you go.
So if we do it, it would probably be Friday.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
We'll let you know.
Yeah,
Check
we'll
the gram.
schedule a day in advance. So
All right.
time to clear the table.
Yes, it is.
Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys have a safe, happy, healthy, fun rest of your day, week, month, year. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Forgot how to end it.
I know.
again.
Okay, here we go.
I was going to reach and then.